fish of the day. 14 inches, probably not a keeper. But man, he hit like a keeper. Take it. As you can see, my rod bowed over to what felt like a really good fish. And I made two critical mistakes here. One, I set the hook too hard with braided line on a spinning rod. And two, I didn't change my leader before the trip started. Not two mistakes I'll make again soon, hopefully. This is a small portion of the many places I fished and the amount of time that I spent trying to get these fish to bite. One spot out of probably a dozen, and I threw pretty much the same things, which leads me to a pretty good tip. You can't tell the fish what's on the menu. Let them tell you. Kidding me. Here it is. It's been one of those days. You know, got one on the top toad. 14 inches probably. Always cool to catch them on the top toad though. You almost got me. You almost got me. Are you done? Are you done? Making it worse than yourself. I almost had you undone. You hear me cussing at this spotted bass. He was a mean little son of a gun. Mean! Numbskull. all tangled up. That little guy, I tell you. Whew. Miniature ones seem to like my lures today, but that's about it. He hit like a big one, but it wasn't. My lure came off. It's laying there. A fish hit it while it's just sitting still. Luckily, he spit it back out again. That was well as my lure. Up. As you can see, far less clouds today than there has been in the past. Unfortunately, I think that hurt my fishing today. It seems as though a high pressure system was pushed in here somewhat, and we had a lot of wind and heavy wind. Made it really difficult to fish. I fished so many spots and I ran my trolling motor dead. So I have no juice. So this is gonna be my report for the day. I only caught 5 small fish today. I tried to get that frog and bite going and a punch and bite. I had heard it was doing well up in the northern end. As I had predicted that the fish would move in there. Well, seems like they moved in because there were some friends of mine catching them, and then I guess this system moved them back out again, or made them just sit tight. So I couldn't get them to bite, that's for sure. The lures I caught my 5 fish on today, I wouldn't really call it success, but hey, I caught fish, it's better than nothing. So the majority of my fish I caught with this this sexy dog, and I mentioned this last week. It's something I can cast real far, and if you can get it to them, a lot of times they'll hit it because you can walk it really well, keep it in place. Today they just kept, I was around many schoolers, many schooling fish, and I just could not get a lure to them. They just seemed to be just out of reach, and by the time I got there and got a lure over to them, they were done. So that was my day pretty much. I also got a taker on this diesel minnow, rigged weedless, and if you're not familiar with that, check out that technique on flipping the script fishing. It's a very good technique, and it's a consistent producer. So, and my best fish today came on the top toad, Stanley top toad, black and red. That is a lure that is going to be really hot here soon, and it's just one's versatile. I can cover a lot of water, but I only got one blow up on it today, and I caught that fish, so good percentages at least. But right now we are in that transition period where bass are transitioning to their fall patterns. In the summer they hold on that vertical structure, and my opinion, I think that those shad start schooling up and they start swimming by them, and they just start following those schools of shad and just peeling off that vertical structure. And the hard part is they're roaming so much with the shad, and until the shad get in the grass heavy, the bass aren't going to get in there heavy. As the bass start following those shad, especially when it starts to be getting colder and colder, those shad will move back those creek arms, and bass will follow them. And late fall, they'll be all the way back in those creeks. So you know, be prepared for that. And we got a lot of fishing yet to do before we get there. But right now they are somewhere between the vertical structure and the grass. So I couldn't find them. There's somewhere in between there, but they wouldn't bite what I had to offer. So it's that time of year where you can have a great day, go out the next day, try to duplicate it, and skunk. It's just that time of year. So you kind of have to prepare yourself to be mentally tough for that. And today was a grind. I sweat a lot, drank a lot of water, and pretty sure I caught a good sunburn, and that's about it. Hopefully next week we'll get on them a little bit better, and I'll have a little bit better data for you. And but until then, guys, tight lines. And that's a wrap. A really ugly wrap, but it's a wrap.